Hey y'all, it's Rick with Responder Support Services, and it's time for our next video. Over the last many weeks, I've been talking about the two big events, the two prolonged stress events that our first responders have been dealing with. An expected and observable and even observed result of this is something called emotional exhaustion. Emotional exhaustion is best described as a state of being or feeling worn out and drained as a result of not only exposure to a prolonged stress event, but also ineffective coping to the prolonged stress event. I think controlling the uncontrollable. People suffering from emotional exhaustion are going to feel like they have no power or control over what happens to them, or they may feel trapped in their current situation. Experiencing stress intermittently is normal to the human condition. Stress experienced chronically, though, without interruption or break, that's going to take a toll. In a previous video, I talked about adrenal fatigue and how that increases the likelihood of mental health problems. Well, we're seeing the same thing from emotional exhaustion. Even prior to the current stressors that we're all sharing, a noted source of emotional exhaustion has been high-stress jobs, such as first responders, physicians, and nurses, and also jobs that involve long hours with high levels of job dissatisfaction. These dynamics have been present in emergency services way prior to COVID. Now, what emotional exhaustion will do, it's going to increase the acuity or severity at which we feel things. So everything's going to feel worse because of emotional exhaustion. In addition to feeling our negative feelings in an amplified way, there are a whole host of other physical and emotional symptoms. Some of these symptoms of emotional exhaustion are also key indicators of other and potentially bigger problems. For example, high levels of hopelessness is a key indicator of suicidal ideation in first responders. And I think we can all recognize how the symptom of irrational anger can become a high profile or even a national problem. If you're a supervisor, some things to look for in your people that may have emotional exhaustion are not meeting deadlines, a lower commitment to the organization, and an increase in absenteeism. The most obvious way to treat emotional exhaustion is to remove the stressor. We can't do that, of course, with what we have now. It all goes back to controlling what's controllable, how we take care of ourselves. No one's going to come in and make this all better for us right now. We have to self-activate or self-initiate. Do the resilience behaviors I covered in my earlier videos. Put healthy food in your mouth, exercise, avoid alcohol, talk to other people, fix your sleep, practice mindfulness. All those things I hit in those other videos, they're going to mitigate the impact of prolonged stress. Even think about meeting with a professional counselor. I'm not trying to promote my own cause, but a properly trained clinician can provide additional tools and skills to work through all this. I even did an earlier video on how to find a therapist. You don't have to call one of us. If left untreated, emotional exhaustion is going to have a very big impact on every aspect of your life. For more help on this or any of the other topics, please give us a call, 828-333-5708. Find us on the web at respondersupport.com. We'd love to hear from you. Thank you.